In the Torah, there's this line that sounds like it's straight out of an economics textbook. It says, "And Joseph gathered all the money that was in the land of Egypt." On the surface, it's a smart move, right? A guy managing a famine. But what if I told you it has almost nothing to do with economics? The Zohar, the master text of Kabbalah, just blows this story wide open. It tells us that what we're actually looking at is a blueprint of the cosmos itself. And in this blueprint, Joseph isn't just a man. He's a living, breathing conduit for all of creation's abundance. And get this, the Zohar makes this incredible statement. It says there's this cosmic river, right? And this river flows and it gathers absolutely everything. All wealth, all abundance is established in it. And then the Zohar drops the bombshell. This river, it's Joseph. This isn't poetry, it's not a metaphor. It's a statement of cosmic fact. The story of him gathering silver isn't just some historical event, it is the physical world playing out a much deeper spiritual reality. Joseph literally is this primordial channel.
So here's our roadmap for this journey. First, we're going to look at the verse itself and the secret the Zohar reveals. Then we're going to map out this cosmic pipeline that Joseph represents. After that, we are going to decode what all the silver really means. Then we'll lay out the entire architecture of this divine flow. And finally, and this is the best part, we're going to find out where you fit into this incredible cosmic river.
Okay, let's go back to that verse. And Joseph gathered all the money. The Zohar is basically yelling at us to look deeper, to see past the physical stuff. This is not a story about a man consolidating his power or controlling an economy. No. This is a step-by-step description of how divine energy, how all blessing and all good things are channeled from the worlds above down into our physical world. Joseph's story, it's the operating manual. So, to unlock this secret, we first have to understand the code. In Kabbalah, there's this mystical map of reality called the Sephirah, the tree of life. And on this map, every divine quality has a name and a specific job. The character Joseph in the story isn't just a guy in a cool coat. He is the living, walking, talking manifestation of a cosmic principle called Yesod.
So, what is this thing called Yesod? What does it actually do? To really get a grip on this ancient cosmic map, sometimes it really helps to look at it through a lens we understand today.
Okay, so Yesod literally means foundation. It's the 9th of the 10 Sephirah, and its role is absolutely critical. Think of it as the ultimate connector, the great channel or pipeline that acts as a bridge between the purely spiritual worlds and our physical one, which in Kabbalah is called Malkut. So Yesod's job is to collect all the different divine energies coming from above, all these different streams, harmonize them, blend them together, and then funnel that unified flow down into our reality.
You can really think of this as a kind of cosmic engineering. Let's use a tech analogy. Imagine you have all these divine energies, love, discipline, harmony, beauty, flowing from the higher Sephirah. In our analogy, that's like having resources generated by a bunch of powerful, different data centers all over a cloud network. Well, Yesod, that's Joseph, he's the central data pipeline. His job is to grab all these different streams, aggregate them, process them, and get them ready for delivery. And where's the delivery address? Malchut, our physical world. We're the end user receiving the final coherent application.
All right, so if Joseph is the pipeline, what in the world is flowing through it? And this is where the Torah gets unbelievably precise. It doesn't just say money or wealth, it uses a specific Hebrew phrase, et kol hakesef, all the silver. And in Kabbalah, you learn pretty quickly that words like these aren't just descriptions, they are technical terms with layers of meaning.
So first, let's tackle kesef, or silver. In the mystical language of the Sephirah, everything has a color associated with it. And silver, with its pure, bright, flowing quality, is the color of the Sephirah of Chesed. And Chesed is pure, unbounded loving kindness, grace, divine bounty. So the verse isn't talking about a mineral. When it says Joseph gathered all the silver, the secret meaning, the real meaning, is the cosmic pipeline of Yesod gathers all the divine flow of loving kindness.
But wait a minute, that brings up a new question. Why the word all? What's the big deal? Why is it so important that he gathered all the silver? Is it just trying to say he gathered a lot of it, or is this another code? And if you're guessing it's another code, you are absolutely right. This little word is one of the deepest secrets in the whole story.
Okay, so the secret is hidden in the Hebrew word for all, which is kol. Now, according to the deep teachings of the great Kabbalist to the Ari, this flow of Chesed, of loving kindness, it's not just one big stream. It's actually made up of 5 distinct individual streams, but it gets deeper. Each one of those 5 streams contains within it the full pattern of all 10 Sephirah. So you've got 5 streams, and you multiply that by 10 spiritual dimensions, and that equals 50 gates of divine flow. Now here's the absolute kicker, the code itself. The Hebrew word kol, spelled kaf lamed, has a numerical value, a gematria, of exactly 50. So when the Torah says, Joseph gathered kol hakesef, all the silver, it is making a precise technical statement. It means Yesod gathered the complete 50-gated package of loving kindness to channel into our world. How amazing is that?
Now, to bring this down to earth for a second, let's use a video game analogy. Imagine you've just battled through 5 different levels, and on each level you collected 10 special silver coins. So now you have 50 coins. But to actually build your kingdom or unlock the final boss, you can't use them out on the levels. You have to go back to the central hub, the main city, and cash in all 50 coins at once. Joseph is that central hub. He's the place where all the potential you gathered from the higher spiritual levels gets brought together and made ready for use in the real world.
So let's recap. We have the source, those 50 gates of loving kindness, and we have the pipeline, Joseph, who is Yesod. So now, let's look at the complete architecture. Where is all of this incredible energy going? Because the destination is absolutely crucial to understanding the whole system.
This slide lays out the entire 3-step process perfectly. It all starts at the source, which is Chesed, that pure, raw flow of divine love, represented by the color silver or white. From there, it moves into the channel, which is Yesod, personified by Joseph, whose job is to gather it all up and harmonize it. And finally, it arrives at the recipient, which is Malchut, our physical world. And in this story, Malchut is represented by Egypt. And this is so perfect because the Hebrew name for Egypt, Mitzrayim, literally means the narrow place, a perfect description for our constricted physical reality that is about to receive this immense spiritual abundance.
And as this divine energy flows down, something incredible happens. It's like a spiritual alchemy, and you can track it through a shift in colors. It starts out as white or silver up in Chesed. That's raw, pure potential. Then as it's funneled down through the center of the tree of life into Yesod, it becomes green, the color of life, of balance, of harmonized energy. It's now perfectly structured and ready for manifestation. And finally, when it arrives down here, in Malchut, our world, that single unified green light refracts, like light through a prism, into all the colors of our reality, primarily represented by gold and blue, which symbolize the manifested blessings of life, the dance between structure and flow that makes up our entire world.
Now you might be thinking, wow, that's a really cool, ancient, cosmic map. But this isn't just a theory or a pretty story. This is the hidden physics of our own lives. It's happening right now, this very second. And the most incredible part is that we, you and me, we are an active part of this system. The Zohar teaches that the tzaddik, the truly righteous person, who is personified by Joseph, is literally the foundation of the world. What does that mean? It means this person acts as a great gatherer, taking all the scattered positive energy from below, all the hopes, all the prayers, all the good intentions, and weaves them together into the very fabric of our reality. Joseph does this on a global cosmic scale, but that same exact principle applies to every single one of us.
And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. That cosmic silver, that flow of Chesed, it isn't just a divine energy that streams down from above. It's also generated by us from down here. Every single time you perform an act of kindness, every time you are generous, every act of love, that is a silver coin. It's a real packet of spiritual energy. And it doesn't just vanish into thin air. It flows from you into that great river of Yesod, joining with all the other acts of goodness to become the very flow that waters the garden of reality and sustains the entire world.
And that leaves us with a really profound and practical question to walk away with. This whole cosmic system is designed for flow. That river is always moving. So the only real question is, what are we feeding into it? If every single act of kindness we do is another little stream flowing into that great cosmic river, what kind of world are we, all of us together, building with our flow? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.